Okay, there we go. It's football, Tuesday night football, everybody. Andy McNamara is not commentating today. It is I, Odin Atkins, the better commentator. Everyone's personal favorite. There's now 5 Access football leagues around, and it's been confirmed that the XAFL will only be using new teams. So that means this: if you want to continue watching certain teams like the Ironhawks, you're going to have to come to this league, as they're no longer going to be playing in the XAFL. And there's now 5 leagues that are around in this league as well. So let us get started with our first game of the night. We got 4 games tonight, like we do every day. Yesterday there was only 3, but I had to do the 4th in the morning. I will be posting that very soon. So I'm in the wrong league. I accidentally was trying to check the SCSFL schedule. My bad. All right. So for our first game of the night, we got the 1-3 Philadelphia Express as the away team today. This team has struggled to do anything this season, so it will be good for them to play tonight against another team who has also been struggling. They are currently 0-4. It is the Louisiana Gators. Now, as for the weather, we're going to go look that up real quick. It is a very cold period of time. Let me go figure out what the weather is in New Orleans, though. It might be warmer, though, because this is the South we're talking about. It is currently... it's actually very cold in New Orleans right now. Temperature's at 43 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty cold, but not cold enough to freeze. So weather today is overcast. It's going to be nighttime, and the wind speed is not enough to have an effect in the game. So we're going to put it on no wind. And let us begin this game. I'm going to go post that other video that I didn't get to post. And welcome to New Orleans, Louisiana. Philadelphia calls heads. It is tails, and Louisiana will elect to receive the football tonight. As we begin the all right, for anyone who's looking for the Winnipeg versus who was their opponent? I don't quite remember, but I know Winnipeg's game is now public. I just made it public. Here we are. Welcome to New Orleans, Louisiana, where Ward is the quarterback. And so the Gators are starting with this football. He's going to start this drive with a sack. And if we take a look at the NFC right now, where Louisiana's at, well, they are currently in 20th in the NFC, which is also last place. So the Gators need to find a way to win, and quickly, or they could be in serious trouble 3 weeks from now if they continuously lose here. As the Gators have not had much success as a franchise, as they failed to make several playoffs, and the ball is intercepted by Willis from Philadelphia, and the first drive for the Gators is over already. Wow. Don't forget, everyone, that in about 5 days from now, 5 random participants will be selected to receive Huge Plus. As it's always a ceremony that we do twice per month. This will be the first one we do for December. It's coming in 5 days. On December 8th at exactly 12 a.m. Just as soon as it switches. Alright, here we go. Davis with the throw. It is caught for a touchdown, and the Philadelphia Express are going to score first. And Philadelphia scores their first touchdown of the day. And now here's the kickoff. Weisenhunt's going to run this one. And Weisenhunt is going to get to the 35-yard line to start this drive. It is second. Welcome to the second drive for the Gators. Here's Ward. He gets the throw off, and Schwartz gets the catch. As Schwartz has been a major player. He's been one of the best players for the Gators this season. However, the Gators are still 0-4 despite his efforts. Here's Ward from the 30. Pass to Washington is a gain of 5 yards on the play. Second down. Here's Weisenhunt, and there's a 1-yard gain on this play. It's not a lot, as it's now third down. And Weisenhunt gets the dodge, and however, it's going to be no gain on this play. It's fourth down, and the Gators will have to attempt a field goal here. This is expected to be a let me calculate real quick. This is a 42-yard field goal. Kick us away. 41. I was off by 1. I might have accidentally counted by an extra yard. But the kick is good. Cole's gonna return this one, and he's gonna get to about he's gonna get to the 35-yard line on this play. For those of you walking around outside of New Orleans, I recommend you wear 2 sweatshirts because it is very cold today. Temperature is quite similar to what we have going on as well, and where I'm from. So, however, it's almost freezing where I'm at, but not quite. It's still in the very cold range. Go! It probably will be freezing. Actually, nope, it won't be freezing by the time this stream ends because it's going to be 5 a.m. when it reaches the freezing temperatures. Yeah, temperature's currently 44 degrees in New Orleans, Louisiana. Obviously, if you're Philly, you're used to even colder weather than that. Let me go check Let me go check the weather in Philadelphia right now, as it is currently 34 degrees in Philadelphia right now, so it is still in the very cold range. However, it's only 2 degrees. If it goes down another 2 degrees, it will be entering the freezing range. As the temperature's in that range, then everything's just going to start freezing. Davis on 2nd and 10. Passes over the end zone. Ball's overthrown here. Here's Davis. Pass to Cole is going to be a 5-yard gain. However, this will put an end to Philadelphia's second drive, and they're going to settle with a field goal here. And it's going to be their second drive where they get points. Ten to 3 is the scoreline here in New Orleans. Gators are looking to win this one, as they're 0-4. They could use a win here, as they're the only team in the NFC to have not won a game yet. Hunt is going to get to the 31-yard line for this drive. And now Ward gets back onto the field to start Louisiana's third drive of the game. Here's Ward. He's going to screen it. It is going to be defended by Harrison. And it is second down. Here's Ward on 2nd and 10. He's going to throw it deep, and it is going to be defended again, also by Harrison, as that's 2 in a row that Harrison has defended. Third down. Ward's going to throw it, and it's incomplete, as the ball was just not thrown quick enough. It wasn't thrown to the target. And Louisiana's third drive is going to end in a punt, making them 1 for 2 in scoring. Lewis is going to get to the 29-yard line for Philadelphia to start their third drive of the game. Philadelphia has already scored on both drives that they played previously. Let's see what they can do on the field in their third. Here's Davis. He's going to run back 15 yards. Ball is thrown. Incomplete. Defended by Hunt, but it could have been intercepted if their own teammates did not push and shove, as that was just overall a bad throw by the quarterback there. Second down here. They're going to run the football, and it's going to be a gain of 2 yards on this play. It's 3rd and 8. Philadelphia looking to get a first down here on this play. Philadelphia with the pass. It is overthrown, and it is incomplete. 4th down by the Philadelphia, and Philly will punt this one away, and Philly will be 2 for 1 on scoring today. Weisenhunt returns this football, and he's going to get to about the 36-yard line. And we are now set to begin Louisiana's 4th drive of the game. They're getting through drives pretty quickly here. Pass is thrown deep. It is caught by Schwartz, and he's going to get 32 yards on this play. Huge reception by Schwartz. And that's going to take Louisiana to the 32-yard line. I think that should put them in field goal range as well. Weisenhunt is going to push through. It's 3 yards on this play. 2nd down, 7 to go. Louisiana's gained 35 yards on 2 plays. And that is going to be a 1st down for... Oh, wait, there's a flag. It is against the defense, and that's going to put that's going to put Louisiana on the 4-yard line. And all of a sudden, because of the penalty, it's now a red zone as Louisiana is looking to tie this one as Jesse Weisenhunt and the rest of the team look to score here. Here's a pass, and Roberts scores a touchdown for the Louisiana Gators with a 2nd to go in the 1st quarter. And the PAT is good, and this game is tied 10-10. Louisiana is now 2 for 2 for scoring today. And now we await the kickoff. Hamilton kicks it away. And it is going to be received by Cole. And he's going to run this one too. And this one will be spotted at the 30. Hold on, this is not right because it's the end of the quarter. It is spotted at the 27-yard line, which is not as good as the rest of the kickoffs, but it is still farther than the 25-yard line. Lewis gets a yard. I would have gone straight instead of turned left, but at least they got a yard at this play. And Brian Lewis has gotten 8 yards and 4 rushes, which is not something you would want to do as a running back. That is incomplete. It is 3rd and 9, as Louisiana's run game hasn't been working for them today. And their passing certainly... Or I'm sorry, Philadelphia's running game hasn't been working today. And here's Lewis. And he's only going to get 6 yards on this play. And it is 4th down. And Crawford is set to punt this one away. And Philadelphia is now 2 for 2. Or is now 2 out of 4 for scoring today. Here's Weisenhunt. He is getting 8 yards on this play. Jesse Weisenhunt's gotten 22 yards on 5 rushes. It's a 1-yard gain for the Gators, as it is now 3rd down on their 5th drive of this game. Gators have so far gained only 9 yards in this drive. They need 1 more to get a first. They get it, and they're going to get a total of 4. Here's Brady. And it's going to be a loss of 2 yards on this run play. And it is now 2nd and 12. Both of these two teams are currently in last place in their respective divisions, as they have both been struggling. Philadelphia was in second to last yesterday before Washington surprisingly got their second win of the season against the Devil Cats. We'll talk about an upset. Go! Here's Ward to Hansen for a 12-yard gain and a first down. And that's what you got to do on offense. You got to find the open man and get the ball directly to his hands, and it results in a first down. Keep doing that, and you can get a touchdown. Weisenhunt is going to run this football, and it's going to be a 7-yard gain. That's a good run from Weisenhunt, and it's now 2nd and 3. It's now 2nd and short. Here's Weisenhunt. He gets the first down, and he gets a total of 11 yards. Good run by the Gators on this play as well. And their 5th drive is certainly one of their best drives that we've seen today. First and 10 for Ward. He's going to pass it. It's going to be caught by Roberts. He's open. He's still got room to run, and he's going to be tackled for a 15-yard gain as Louisiana enters the red zone with 7 yards to go. 1st and goal for the Gators. Go. Here's Ward. Passes up, and it is too wide, and it is 2nd down. All right, 2nd down here. Go. Here's Ward to Weisenhunt. It's going to be a loss of 3, and it's now 10 yards to go. As Philadelphia's defense is showing them how strong they can be. As that is Moses' 3rd tackle of the game. Here's Ward with the pass, and it's incomplete again, as it is wide again, and it is 4th down. And the Gators will have to settle for a field goal to end this drive, and it has almost missed it, but it's good. And Philadelphia's now scored 3 out of 5. They scored 3 for 5 tonight. And now here is going to, or Louisiana scored, I'm sorry. I keep mixing these teams up because they both have the same color scheme. Philadelphia begins their 5th drive with a 11-yard run. However, the clock is not really a huge problem, but it could be a problem if they continue to run the ball, as there's 3 minutes left in the half. Lewis is going to run this one, and it's a 2-yard gain on the play. Here's Davis. He throws to Lewis. Hurdles over. It's going to be a 6-yard gain. The Gators will be calling their first timeout here as it is 3rd down. They're going to try to get the ball back. As the Gators take a little risk here. Philadelphia throws. It is incomplete. It is 4th down, and that risk is going to pay off for the Gators. As they now have 2 minutes to score. Hunt's going to run this one. He is not going to make it very far. However, they do end up on the 20, which is exactly where that would end up if it was a punt. Oh, it's intercepted. Louisiana's drive is going to end with an interception. And the Gators' 5th drive ends in 1 play as Philadelphia basically has gained yards now because the punt actually helped them. Here's Davis to Cole for a gain of 24 to start their 6th drive. Philadelphia is going to call no huddle here as clock continues to run. Davis with the throw. It is caught by Cole, and it is going to be spotted on the inch-yard line. No huddle for Philly. 1st and goal to Morals, and he scores. Touchdown Express. And the Philadelphia Express have taken the lead on their 6th drive of the game. Both teams are now 3 for 6 tonight on scoring. And now we await the kickoff. And the kickoff is away. It's going to be returned by Hunt. And it is a 20. It's going to start on the 28, which means that the runners have won this return. It is 1st and 10 for Louisiana. Here's Ward. He's going to throw it deep. Caught by Schwartz for a 35-yard gain. And now they're going to be entering Philadelphia territory. Here's Ward. No huddle offense. Throws the ball again. Incomplete. Defended by Porter. And it's now 2nd down. So far, Colt Ward is 8 for 16 tonight on passing, which is a 50% rating. It is 1st down for Roberts. Let's see what the flag is. It's a hold against the Gators. This one will be coming back. And it will be 2nd and 20 instead, as the holding was against Hansen. Keep in mind, this is the Gators' 7th drive already. We've already seen 12 different drives in this game. Here's Ward. He's going to run it himself for a 9-yard gain. And the Gators will call timeout. It's 3rd and 11. I think the call here is to try to get as many yards as possible, then burn out the clock and kick the field goal. And then start the 2nd half. Tiger 10 invited me to play Minecraft during Access Football Night. It is 1st down for the Gators, and they will call their 3rd and final timeout of this 1st half. Here's Ward. He's going to throw, and it's incomplete. It is 2nd down as Pierce was there. Or I guess Price was there. Here's Ward on 2nd down. Let's see what they come up with. It's intercepted. Harrison has intercepted the football, and Philly has picked it off. And that And what a defensive play by Harrison here. And now Louisiana is 3 for 7 tonight on scoring, and Philadelphia will get a 7th drive in the first half. Here's Davis. He's going to spend a lot of time. He's going to run it himself, and he's going to get 19 yards on his own. Philadelphia will call timeout. It's their first of the half. And Niles Davis has ran the ball for a huge gain here. Flores gets another 14 yards in addition. And Philly will call their second timeout here. Niles Davis is 9 for 16 today on passing. Here's a pass. Incomplete, but should have been intercepted, as it was a bad throw by Davis. And it is 2nd and 10. For 2nd and 10 for Davis. Throws the ball and caught by Matthews. And it's a 26-yard gain. And Philadelphia will call their last timeout in the half. And it looks like they're going to attempt a field goal here. Crawford, and it's good. And Philadelphia is now 4 for 7 today in scoring. And Louisiana will probably not have an 8th drive here in this half, as they're just going to run the ball out to see if they can score or not. And Weisenhunt. Oh, wait, they might. Weisenhunt's running away. And that is he going to get there? He's not going to get there. He was a yard short of a touchdown. Oh, that is unfortunate if you're a Louisiana fan. He stepped out. Why would you step out? All right, here we go with the second half. Philadelphia will start their 8th drive first, and then Louisiana will start their 8th drive as well. As interestingly enough, Louisiana was a yard short on their last run for an attempt to score a touchdown before the half ended. Here's Davis to Lewis. And it's going to be a 2-yard gain on this play. Second down for the Philadelphia Express. Go. And Tyler's going to get 5 yards. As Philadelphia is going to get 46 yards. Well, no, they're not. That's just where they're at. Go. It is currently 2nd and 7. It is 44 degrees Fahrenheit in New Orleans still, in the Crescent City. Flores is going to get a yard off of this play. It is 3rd down. Philadelphia could end this drive with a 4-yard gain on this play. Here's Lewis. And he gets a first down. And this drive will continue. Here's Davis. He's going to screen it to Lewis, and it's going to be a 5-yard gain on this play. It's second down. They're halfway there. Second and 5 for the offense. Here's Morales. He's going to be stopped and he's going to lose a yard as Washington tackles for a loss here. Brilliant plays by the Gators tonight so far on defense. Let's see if they can come up with the stop here on third down. Here's the run, and they won't be able to get the stop here as Philadelphia has gotten another first down, and this drive will continue from the 22-yard line. Here's Morales. He's going to run this one for 4 yards, and it's second down. It's 2nd and 6. Go. Here's Davis. He's going to screen this one. It's incomplete, third down, as it was overthrown here. Here's Davis. Throws it to a wide open man for a first down, and Matthews will continue this drive from the 5-yard line. Philadelphia on the verge to score again. So far this drive has gone by for 5 minutes, 35 seconds. As this is the longest drive of the game, and Cole scores. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And it is yet another touchdown by Philadelphia. The city of brotherly love has scored again. It is 27-13 now. As Philadelphia is now 5 for 8 today on scoring. And Louisiana will start this drive on the 24-yard line, meaning that the Philadelphia Express's special teams has defeated the Gators' special teams on that kickoff return. First down for the Gators, 3 yards on the play. It's a short gain on the play. It is second down. Here's Ward. Throws it deep. And is caught by Roberts for a first down. Huge gain by the offense. It is now 1st and 10 for the Gators. Both offenses have been pretty incredible tonight. As well, not exactly the best, but Louisiana's 3 for 7 today so far. And it's now second down. Here's Ward to Weisenhunt, and Weisenhunt will get another first down, and the Gators are going to be on the 22-yard line here. as they haven't been able to catch up with Philadelphia. They're down by a decent amount of points. They're down by 14. Here's Ward. There's a flag on the field. Pass, deep pass, incomplete. Let's check that flag. It is a hold against the Express. This one will be a 1st and 10 for Louisiana, and they will be in the red zone now. Here's Weisenhunt, loss of 1. Second and 11. To Weisenhunt, he gets a 1st down, and he's going to be spotted on the 3-yard line. And Philadelphia and Louisiana is on the verge of scoring once again. Here is Ward. And he's sacked by the defense for a loss of 12. Huge loss for the Gators. And it is the end of the 3rd quarter. We are 10 minutes away from crowning a winner in this game. So far, it looks like Philadelphia is going to get their 2nd win of the season if things continue, and they'll be 2 and 3 if this game ends right now. And for Louisiana, they will be 0 and 5 if this game ends right here. If that's not enough motivation for Louisiana to win this game, I don't know what is, because they haven't won a game yet. Here's Ward. Passes incomplete. It's 4th down. Again, they're going to have to settle for a field goal. And this one is good. And Louisiana's 8th drive ends with a field goal. We've seen 7 drives from both teams in the first half, and we've only seen 1 drive from both teams in a single quarter after that. Here is Cole, and the Gators and the Philadelphia Express will start their 2nd drive of the half and their 9th drive in the game. And they're going to start on the 21. Here's Davis. He steps back to pass. It is incomplete. It was dropped by Tyler, and it wasn't in his hands, and he just couldn't get a hold of it. Here's Lewis. So it's 3rd and 4. Davis with a pass. It is a bad pass by the offense, and it's 4th down, and they're going to punt it away. And Philadelphia is now 5 for 9 on offense tonight. And this one will be returned by Weisenhunt again. And this drive will start on the 34-yard line for the Louisiana Gators' 9th drive. Here's Weisenhunt. is 2nd and 8. Ward throws to Wilson. Here's Wise and Hunt. He gets a first down. First and 10 by the Gators. And it's another 10 yards. However, this time it's not going to be a first down. They're going to rule them short by a few inches. And it's 2nd and inches. Here's Ward. Deep pass. Incomplete. And it was defended by Herrera. And it's now 3rd and inches. Let's see if they can get this first down. They just need a couple inches to get this one. Ward makes the throw. It is incomplete. Then they won't be able to get the first down on this drive. And the offense steps back onto the field for 4th down. They need an inch. They're going to pass. It's caught by Bradley, and he's going to get into the red zone for the Gators. And that's going to be a 4th down conversion for the Gators. First down for Louisiana from the 18-yard line. They're down by 11. Which means they need a field goal and a touchdown plus a 2-point conversion to score. There's a penalty against the Express. It's a face mask. That's a huge call. And now the Gators will be on the 6-yard line to continue this drive. Clock continues to run for some reason because there was a penalty. Here's Wise and Hunt, and it's going to be a 2-yard gain. 4 yards to go to score. As we now have 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. 5 minutes left in regulation. Here's Ward to Wise and Hunt, and it's a loss of 1 on the play. 5th. It's going to be 3rd and 5 on this next upcoming play. Here's Ward with the pass. It's caught by Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you. And Strickland is going to be injured temporarily for the Gators. However, Louisiana is going to elect. They're going to they're going to go for 2 right now. Here's Ward for a 2-point conversion. Here's Ward. No one open. He's going to run it himself. Defenders freeze, and it's going to be good. Louisiana Gators will get the 2-point conversion, all because the defense froze in place. And now it is going to be 27-24 with 4 minutes to go in this football game. Louisiana is now 5 for 9 in this game so far as well. And now Philadelphia is going to start their 10th drive. Philadelphia needs to focus on not turning over the ball and trying to get this clock expired as quickly as possible. Here's Davis with a throw.
6 yards.
Second down. They stepped out of bounds. That's the worst thing you can do if you're Philadelphia, as you're trying to burn this clock down. Here's Lewis. And it's 1st and 10 again, as Louisiana could not stop them. Clock is still running. Go! 1 yard on the play. Here's Davis. Throws it deep. Incomplete, and it's 3rd and 9. And Philadelphia passes, and it's incomplete. It's 4th down. And they will have to punt this one away. And the Gators will have a chance to tie this one up or take the lead here on this next drive. The Philadelphia Express are going to spot Louisiana on the 7-yard line. Good by the special teams from Philadelphia. And Louisiana could be in a pickle here. Here's Ward with a deep pass up, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Ward, 2nd down, gets the pass off, and Weisenhunt is going to get a 12-yard gain on this play. I thought he stepped out, but he didn't. It's a 1st down for Louisiana. Now they're on the 18-yard line. Still in the blue zone. Go! Pass to Schwartz. Could have been intercepted, but the push got the ball where it needed, and it's now 1st and 10. Now they're in the green. Now they're back into the green zone where they want to start a drive in. 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in regulation. Can Louisiana find a way to win this game? Tune in right now to find out. Here's Ward. Straight up the middle. There's a man there, and Bradley gets the pass. 1st down by the Gators, and now they're in the yellow zone. Actually, they're in the orange zone, as Louisiana is now technically close to field goal range here. Here's a deep pass by Ward. Oh, that could be picked off. It is! Harrison picks off the ball off of a bad throw, and Philadelphia will receive the football once again. Probably that is one of the hugest plays for Philadelphia tonight to prevent Louisiana from scoring a touchdown. And now Philadelphia needs to find a way to end this game by getting a couple of 1st downs here. Here's Davis. Up the middle. Picked off! Washington has picked off the ball, and the Gators offense are going to step back onto the field as this continues. Strickland is back from his injuries as well to strengthen the Louisiana offense, and now what was once, as this game turns into a roller coaster ride of emotions from both sides of the field. Here's Ward. Pass up the middle, incomplete. 2nd down. Harrison defended the pass there, as Philadelphia needs to find a way to defend here. They're on the 36-yard line. Here's Ward. He's going to throw it towards the end zone. And it's caught. Roberts catches the ball for a touchdown. That is a huge touchdown. And the Gators take the lead here with 1:10 to go. What a comeback by the Gators offense so far. As now there is currently 1:10 to go. And Philadelphia needs a touchdown. They cannot get a field goal. And this drive is going to start here. And Philadelphia is not going to get to the 20, and it's 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. They're going to start this drive in the blue zone. Here's Davis with the screen. Intercepted! Roberts picked off the ball again. And now the Gators have a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Louisiana's defense is coming alive here in this fourth quarter, and it shows. The Gators might not be winless much longer, folks. First down for the Gators. Timeout, Philadelphia. First and goal for the Gators to Weisenhunt. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. However, Philadelphia is going to use their second timeout here, as they have no choice, or this game will end with the Gators. It's third down. Weisenhunt's going to get no yards on the second down, and the Express will call their last time out. I think if the Gators' next play lasts at least 3 seconds, it's over. It's over. The Gators have won it. The Louisiana Gators have won this game, as they're just going to let the clock burn out. And Louisiana will get their first win of the season with a final score. Oh, they're actually going to kick the ball off. They didn't have to do that, but they did it anyway. And I guess we'll see what this kickoff return looks like. If Philly gets a touchdown, this game continues. And that is going to do it. The Gators will get their first win of the season as Louisiana improves to 1-4. As for Philadelphia, they fall down to 1-4 as well, which means the Gators are no longer in last place in the league because of head-to-head. What an incredible sight if you are a Gators fan, as you finally have won your first game of this UAFL season. What a game. All right, now it's time for our second game of Tuesday Night Football. The away team next is going to be a strong opponent. With the record of 3-1, we introduce you the Las Vegas Outlaws, coming from Nevada and coming as the home team. It is my personal favorite team based on where I'm from. We have the 2-2 Baltimore Paladins This game is going to be exciting because both of these teams are looking to make the playoffs this season. Let's see what happens here. So the home city is going to be Baltimore. So let me do a quick weather check for Baltimore. It is currently very cold in Baltimore, as it's actually going to be a little bit warmer there than where I'm at right now. The weather is currently cloudy outside. It's actually mostly cloudy, so this game will be set to overcast. And the wind speed is going to be light wind, as the wind speed is 9 miles per hour tonight. And the wind speed won't go down until like 4 in the morning, so... Let the games begin. Welcome to Baltimore, Maryland, the charm city of access football, and home to my favorite UAFL team in the league because of what team I like in the NFL and from where I'm from. Both of these teams were originally ranked to be to get fourth in their respective divisions. That's why they're playing against each other. However, both of these teams have quite surprised us this season, as Vegas is 3-1 and so is Baltimore. As Daniels is going to run this one, he is going to get to the 23-yard line. Both of these running backs are slower. The next match in the GA Cup has officially started, as it is now 12 a.m. Here's Matthews to Newman. And he's going to get a first down. Here's Newman. He's going to get 2 yards on this play. The Paladins' offense hasn't been so successful this season, as Matthews has been throwing a lot of interceptions this season so far. 2nd and 8. Pass is bobbled, and it's 3rd down. And it is 3rd and 8 for the Baltimore Paladins now. Matthews throws. It's going to be a catch, but it's going to be 4th down just by a few inches. And what looked like to be a drive that was going to be good, it's actually going to be a drive that's going to be punted away, as Vegas will get to start their drive. All right, let's talk about both of these teams and where they're at in their respective divisions. For Vegas, if you're Las Vegas, you are currently in 2nd in the AFC West, 2 positions above their projected spot for this season. As Vegas is 3-1. However, they do have a negative point differential after their first loss of the season. As they did get blown out by Denver last week. First down by Vegas. And Las Vegas's spot in the AFC playoff picture, they're in 8th right now, which puts them as one of the play-in teams. If the season were to end today, they would be up against St. Louis. Here's Webb. He's going to run it. And he's going to get all the way to the 30-something yard line, 36-yard line. Huge gain by the Outlaws here on this drive. And Vegas has spent 2 minutes and 15 seconds in this drive so far. There's a flag on the field. And this one is a hold against the offense. And the Paladins will accept this one easily. And it's 1st and 20. And usually a 1st and 20 usually results in an end of the drive. Here's Foster with the screen, and it's going to be a 3-yard gain here. 2nd and 17. Jenkins is injured for the Outlaws. However, he is expected to return later in this game. And here's a sack by the offense, or by the defense, and it's now 3rd and 21. As Hernandez gets the sack here, Vegas is going to need to throw it deep if they want to get a 1st down here. Or if not, they'll run a few yards to see what the defense gives you. Here's Foster. And it's going to be a 15-yard gain. However, it is going to be 4th down, and this one will likely end with a field goal. This is a 48-yard field goal attempt. And it sails through. Not the Gators. The Outlaws will start this game with a 3-0 point differential. And here is going to be the punt or the kickoff to Baltimore. First down from Matthews. He's going to throw it to a wide open Gene Wood, and it is a 1st down for Baltimore. Here's Newman for a gain of 2 yards on this play. Here's Matthews. He's going to throw it deep. The 2 men on the play, and it's incomplete. And what is up, Rainbow Fireball? Welcome to Tuesday Night Football. You have currently tuned into the 2nd game of the night between the Las Vegas Outlaws and the Baltimore Paladins. Rainbow says Tuesday night for the USA. That is correct. It is Wednesday morning in Malaysia. And this drive is going to end in another punt from Baltimore as they failed to get past Las Vegas's defense again. And Vegas will start this drive on the 20-yard line as it's a touchback, as Baltimore has a really good kicker, so they can always get touchbacks when they need to. Deep pass, incomplete. Rainbow Fireball says, why does all my friends say USA is the land of the fat? And he also says, I'm not being racist, just asking. That is because 33% of people in the United States are obese. I'm not offended by that comment because we are one of the fattest countries in the world. Jenkins is returning from his injury. However, Ferguson from Baltimore is going to be injured for the rest of this game. It's 3rd and 1. Yeah, the obesity rate in the United States is pretty high. Here's Webb. And there's no gain on this play. 2nd and 10. Malaysia has a very less obese people, but the obese people in our country look like the size of my sofa. Oh, dang. Yeah, we have a couple of them, too. It's 3rd and 6. Vegas needs 6 yards to get a first down. Last play of the first quarter, and is 4th down, and Vegas will punt it away. Scores 3-0 right now. Vegas in favor. And here's a punt by Vung. All right, Odin, be right back. Come back when I'm finished my breakfast. All right, that sounds cool. It is first down for Baltimore. They got Newman, Hunt, Bridges, Daniels, and Geenwood on this drive. Here's Matthews. He's going to throw it up the middle despite there being no one to receive that football there. Second and 10 for the Baltimore offense. Here's Matthews. Pass is incomplete. It should have been caught. However, Daniels dropped it like Daniel Jones. And it is now 3rd and 10. They need 10 yards to continue. They're in the green zone. Pass is incomplete. And it's 4th and 10 as they get nothing in this drive. And they're going to have to punt it away. Here's Carson as the punter for Baltimore. He's going to punt it. And they're going to start the run from around the 35-yard line. And Vegas is going to have good field position on this drive. After the Louisiana game ended, there's now only 2 teams that have not yet won a game in this league this season. And that is the Ottawa Capitals and the Houston Bombers. Ottawa already lost this week. However, Houston has not played yet, as they do not play today. They play tomorrow. It is 3rd and 2. Here's Foster. Pass is caught for a first down. And this drive will continue. Here's Foster. Incomplete for it is 2nd and 10. Flag on the field. Vegas gets the first down if this holds. And it will. This one will be declined. As it was offsides against the defense. If you're going to get an offsides, at least stop the play and get an offsides. You don't want to give up as many yards as possible if you are the defense here. Here's Foster. Screen to Gibbs. It's a gain of 3 yards. And here's a sack by the defense. 3rd and 9. Here's Foster, and it's caught for a first down by Las Vegas. Here's Webb. And it's going to be 2nd and 5. This drive has lasted for quite some time now, as they've had the ball for 3 minutes and 23 seconds already. And it's going to be 3rd and short. Robert Webb on 3rd and short. Let's see what he can do here on offense. He passes the ball. It's caught for a touchdown as Jenkins scores to make it 10-0 for the Las Vegas Outlaws. And just like that, this game is a 2-possession lead for the Outlaws. Baltimore has been struggling on defense against Vegas tonight so far, as they just haven't been able to get first downs all season, and their defense has been a little iffy as well. Here's Matthews. He throws the ball to Daniels, and it is 2nd and 1. Here's Matthews. Throws it. Caught by Gene for a first. And I think Baltimore might be almost in field goal range if they're not already. Baltimore's field goal unit is Wanger, who is extremely powerful in this league. Screen to Newman. 1 yard gain on the play. Baltimore is not quite in field goal range, as a field goal from here would be 68 yards out. Matthews on 2nd and 9, wide open to Hunt, and now the Paladins are in field goal range for sure. And Cross is injured. He's not going to return for the rest of the game. Offensive tackle for the Baltimore Paladins. Here is Newman. He's going to get 4 yards. Here's John Matthews on 2nd and 6. Throws it deep. Caught the hunt. Touchdown, Baltimore. And here's a routine PAT for Wenger. Jason Wenger is going to make it 7-10. And Vegas still leads. And it's now 1st and 10 for the Las Vegas offense. Screen. That's a loss of 2. Poor decision by Vegas, and it's now 2nd and 12. Two-minute warning. And it's going to be a 3-yard gain. It's 3rd and 9. Paladins will call their first timeout. A risky move by the Baltimore Paladins, but they're going to look to try to get this ball back with as much time as they can. Potentially either tie it or take the lead. Here's a run. And Baltimore will get the stop here. And they will get the ball back once more. Here's Daniels on 4th down, or not 4th down, on a run. And the Paladins will start on the 27-yard line. Here's John Matthews. Ball is incomplete. That could have been picked off, though, as Blake was right on the ball right there. Here's Matthews with the throw. Caught from Daniels for a 16-yard gain. It's 2nd down. No huddle offense for Baltimore. 1st down. Incomplete. Why did the ball move like that? It jerked downwards after it passed the defender. It's like he has magical aura to make it fall. Here's Matthews. It's a little bobbled pass, but it's caught for 7 yards. 3rd and 3. They're going to do no huddle offense here again. Here's Matthews. Throw is caught. It's 1st down. No huddle offense again. Matthews on 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They're going to throw it. Caught by Bridges for another 1st down. And Paladins will call their last timeout of the half. First and 10 for the Baltimore Paladins. And that one's incomplete as the ball was just too wide to the left. Second and 10. John Matthews with the throw. It's caught by Daniels for a touchdown. And the Paladins will take the lead in the 2nd quarter. And now Baltimore's offense has came alive here in the second quarter. Score is now 12-10. Paladins up in front. Vegas has 44 seconds to work with, and this is going to be a touchback. Putting the Vegas offense on the 25-yard line. Also known as the green zone. That's where most teams start their drives on. Foster with the pass. Caught by Jenkins. Jenkins dodges the tackle. It's a 29-yard gain on the play. Vegas will call their first timeout in the half. Here's Foster. Throws it up the middle. Caught for first. There's a flag. It is a holding against the defense. Penalty is declined as this play resulted in a first down. First down for Vegas. The ball is caught by Jenkins for another first down. And Vegas will use their second timeout as there's 24 seconds left in the half. Foster on third down. On first down, sorry. It is incomplete as there were 4 Baltimore defenders on that play. Second and 10. Foster throws it again. It's a first down by Jenkins. And Vegas will use their last timeout here. Here's Foster with the screen. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted by George. And it's second and goal. Foster on second and goal. It's incomplete. It was nearly picked off. And it's third down for Vegas. And it looks like they're going to say, frick it, let's kick a field goal instead before things get out of hand. And the kick is barely good. And the score is now 13-14. Paladins up in front by 1. And Baltimore will get about 5 seconds on this next drive. Let's see what Baltimore does here. They're sacked, and that is the end of the first half. So far, the Paladins are up by a single point against the Las Vegas Outlaws. Both teams are looking to make the playoffs this season. Baltimore's in 10th right now, while Las Vegas is currently in 8th. Both of them are in the play-in round. Vegas will get the ball to start the second half of this football game. And here's Webb for a run. He's going to get about 8 yards on this play. Here's Las Vegas. It's third and down. It's third and short. And it's going to be a first down for Vegas here. Foster on first down for the Las Vegas Outlaws. There's a penalty. It's encroachment against the defense, and it's 1st and 5. Here's Foster on 1st and 5. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 7. Caprini is going to be the one who tackles for a loss here. Foster on 2nd and 7. Pass up the middle is caught by Jenkins for a first down. First down for the offense. Go! And it's going to be a 10-yard gain here. However, it's 2nd and inches. And it's a loss of 1 on the play. It's 3rd down. Vegas on 3rd down. They need a yard to continue this drive. And they're going to run it, and they got it. As Webb runs it for 5 yards. Vegas has had possession of the ball for quite some time in this drive. Foster throws it. It's incomplete. It's 2nd down. Here's Webb. Loss of 2 on the play. As McDaniel will make the tackle for a loss. Here's Webb. Gain of 6, however, it's 4th down, and Baltimore, after a long time, gets the stop here. And Vegas will have to settle for a 47-yard field goal attempt. The kick's up, and it's good. Vegas takes the lead. It is 16-14, and there's still 14 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in regulation. And this drive will start on the 25 as it's a touchback. Here's Matthews. He's going to throw it really deep. Incomplete as number 44 defended the ball here. Elliott on defense. Here's Russell. He's going to run for a 2-yard gain. It's 3rd down. Here's Matthews. He's going to pass it. Caught by Daniels, but it's not going to be enough. It's 4th down. And Baltimore will have to punt once again as their offense fails to get any momentum in this football game. Carson's going to punt from the 32, or from the around the 20-yard line to about short of the 20 on the other end. And it's going to be put on the 26-yard line. Good punt by the defense, or good punt by Baltimore here. First down for Vegas, 2-yard gain on this play. And that's now a 6-yard gain, 3rd and 2. They just need 2 to continue this drive. Foster on 3rd and 2. Pass is caught by Jenkins, as Jenkins is Foster's man for the entire game. As it's another first down for the Las Vegas Outlaws. Raymond Foster has... Oh, there's a penalty against Benny Hernandez from the defense, and it's going to be 1st and 5 from the 48, from the Baltimore 48-yard line. First and 5. 1-yard gain on the play, and it's 2nd and 4. First and 10 for Vegas. And the Outlaws will get another first down here, and that is going to do it for the 3rd quarter. 10 minutes to go. Vegas in the lead by 2. Pass defended. 2nd and 10. Pass is caught by Webb for first. And it looks like Vegas is looking to score on this drive. They need 10 yards for a touchdown. And that's going to be a tackle for a loss here by Peters. As it's now 2nd and 13. Pass up the middle, incomplete, as Dunn was there to defend there. Raymond Foster's 16 for 24 today. Pass is thrown, incomplete, and Vegas will not get a touchdown after all of this. As Raymond has thrown a bad pass on this drive, and it is going to result in a Las Vegas field goal. This should be a routine field goal. And Vegas will extend their lead. It is now still a one-possession game, 19-14. Here's Daniels. He's going to get to about the 25-yard line. And the Baltimore offense comes back on the field. They haven't had much success today as they've punted the ball more than they've ran the ball. They've punted way more than they scored. Matthews is going to throw it deep. Caught by Hunt for a 31-yard gain. And it's first down for the Baltimore offense. And just like that, they're already in field goal range.
Go!
Here's Matthews on 1st and 10. Screens to Russell. He was wide open. He dodges the tackle. It's an 8-yard gain for the Paladins. Excellent by Russell there. He's always been a good fullback, and he's been that way for almost 10 years now, or for at least 8. That's all I can remember.
Go!
Matthews takes the run to Newman, and it's a first down for the Paladins. Matthews on 1st and 10. Pass is thrown. Could have been intercepted, but it's incomplete. It is 2nd and 10. Second down.
Go!
Newman runs, and he loses a yard on this play, and it's 3rd and 11. Jesse Elliott has been good on defense tonight.
Hike.
Matthews throws it deep. Caught by Bridges for a huge first down, and it's now 1st and goal with 4 to go. Here's Matthews. He's sacked. Loss of 8 on the play. Matthews steps back to pass, and he's sacked. It is another 8-yard loss. And the Las Vegas defense comes alive here. It's 3rd and goal from the 20-yard line. And just like that, Baltimore is looking to most likely get a field goal. Pass up the middle. Incomplete. And it is going to be a field goal from Baltimore. Looks like the Baltimore offensive line here hasn't been really successful, as they just haven't been able to protect the quarterback on this drive. Field goal is good. Close, though, as the score is now 19-17 with 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go in regulation. Wanger's with the kickoff. And they're going to let this one bounce in the end zone for a touchback. Vegas' offense is back on the field as Jenkins and Foster have been really elite all game, and so has Webb. Deep pass is incomplete. Raymond Foster is 16 for 26 today. Second down. They're going to run it. And it's going to be a 2-yard gain. It's 3rd and 8. I think Vegas might use one of their weapons here, either Webb or Foster, on this next play. Or either Webb or Jenkins. No, they're going to run it again, and Baltimore will be getting the ball back. Vung is going to punt it away. And Daniels is going to run the ball here. And he's not going to get very far, but he's going to start on the 26. Here's Matthews with the screen. Caught, but it's going to be... But he's going to step out, and it's going to be a 4-yard gain. Second and 6. It's 3rd and 5. After the 1-yard gain here. And Matthews is not going to get there. And it's 4th and 5. And Baltimore's going to probably punt it away here. Let's see what they decide to do here. They're going to let the offense go back to the line. Not sure why. Pass is picked off by Hines. And Vegas now has a huge chance of winning this game now. I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to punt the ball away. If either way, Vegas is getting the ball on your side of the field if it's intercepted or not. It's not you still have 2 minutes to work with. So I would definitely say try to punt it away, and maybe if your defense succeeds, you should be able to get the ball back. But it's not very wise to play a fourth and 4 on your own half of the field. Foster with a deep pass. There's a flag on the field. It is against the offense. It is pass interference, and it's 2nd and 22. Second and 22 for the offense. They're going to run this ball. And it's now beyond the 2-minute warning. It's 3rd and 20. Or 3rd and 19. Pass is thrown and it's defended. Baltimore's got a chance to win this game with a field goal or a touchdown. Vung is going to punt it away from the 48-yard line. And this one's going to sail out of bounds around the 10-yard line or 11-yard line, creating a very difficult opportunity for Baltimore. Here's Matthews. Wide open man up front. Incomplete, as it wasn't thrown deep enough, as Bishop was on the play. Second down for Matthews. Ball's caught by Newman. He's going to get 5 yards on the play.
Set hike.
Matthews with the throw. Caught by Hunt for first down and a third down conversion. One minute to go in regulation. This favors Baltimore. Baltimore's going to throw it away and see what the flag is. It is a penalty against the defense for 5 yards. It's first down. Baltimore needs a couple of yards to get into field goal range. Then what Baltimore will want to do is run down the clock and then kick the game winner. As Baltimore's got the best kicker in the league. Pass is caught by Daniels. First down Baltimore from the 50. No huddle offense here as they do not decide to use a timeout. Pass is picked off. And Matthews has done it again. He has thrown the ball to Hines for the second time tonight and is picked off by the Vegas defense. And I think it's over. Las Vegas is going to walk away with a win after a crucial interception. And it's all John Matthews' fault. Whoever the Patreon for Baltimore's quarterback needs to spend more points on not throwing picks. And just saying. As interceptions has now costed Baltimore another game. As Baltimore will fall to 2-3, and Vegas will improve to 4-1. And that is it for this week for Baltimore. Why didn't they just run the ball is my question. You have the best kicker in the league. He can kick it from over 60 yards out. And you decide to throw the ball. I'm just curious on what just happened. All right, third game of the night. We got the Vancouver Mallards, who is currently 2-2, versus the Minnesota Pride, who is also 2-2. And the home team we are going to Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're headed to the north of the country. We're headed to the north of the United States. All right. It is currently... Ooh, this is going to be a tricky one. I almost changed the weather. It is snowing right now. It is snowing in Minnesota right now. So we have a snow game coming up. And welcome to Minneapolis, Minnesota for a regular season game. Both teams 2-2 in the NFC. And Minnesota will start the drive first. Yeah, Minnesota's actually going to run. Brooks is still on his feet. And he scores a kickoff return touchdown to start the game. Incredible.
Go. Sit hut.
And here's a drop pass here. Or it's defended, I'm sorry.
Sit hike. Sit hike. Sit hike.
And it's going to be a first down for Vancouver. 13-yard gain on the play.
Go.
Here's a pass. It's caught by Gilbert for a touchdown.
Sit hike.
And PAT's good. There's Brooks. He's going to run a deep one. Look at this, folks. Brooks is doing it, almost done it again.
Sit hut. Strike.
Here's Will Wallace. And he's going to score. Minnesota takes the lead here again.
Hike.
Oh, PAT. Was that a triple doinker? I've never seen that. I want to see a replay of that. That's incredible. If that's, I wasn't looking at the screen very well. Let's see what that looked like. Yep, 1, 2. And hit both sides of the crossbar and went in. It was a double doinker.
Strike. Go.
Here's Andrews.
Strike. Hike.
Here's Andrews. Throws it deep. And incomplete.
Sit hut. Hut.
Here's a deep pass. Caught by Ray for a touchdown. How did that happen?
Hike.
Brooks is going to run. Here's Barrett. Throws it deep. Incomplete.
Strike.
Here's Barrett. Incomplete again. And it's 4th and 10.
Go!
Here's Hart. 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3.
Tonight.
Vancouver good and giving their good time. And it's 3rd and 2. Both teams should be familiar with this weather, as it doesn't happen quite often, and it almost never happens during summer-based seasons. False start against Vancouver. But it is currently snowing in Minnesota. As this season, I believe, is a fall/winter-based season. So we should see a lot of snow this season, as it's still the fall and it's already snowing a lot. At least in the north. The south is yet to experience a lot of snow. And I don't think Mexico City's going to get any snow, really. I'll be surprised if that happens.
Tonight.
It is currently freezing in Minnesota right now.
Tonight.
And believe it or not, the temperatures in Minnesota are not going to go up like it normally does during the daytime. It's actually going to continue to drop, and it's even entering the frigid range, which is the lowest temperature range you can ever have, and that's when the temperature goes down to 15 degrees. And believe it or not, it becomes frigid at 1:30 in Central Time. And it looks like the lowest is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be 1 degree.
Go!
And then going into Thursday, believe it or not, the temperature's going all the way down to -8 degrees. which is double frigid. So if you are in the Minnesota area, dress warm as a double frigid day is coming your way. Or I guess a double frigid night is coming your way. If you see someone homeless, say something, because this is extremely dangerous to be outside in. Second and 10 for Vancouver. Over in Vancouver, it's currently 39 degrees.
Hike.
As Vancouver is really the only Canadian city that doesn't really get too cold during the winter. As British Columbia is what I like to call Canada's version of Arizona sometimes. Because it has reached 120 degrees in Vancouver before. And this was quite recent, actually. It was very surprising as well.
Go.
It's a tackle for a loss. Here's Hart. And it's going to be 3rd and 12.
Hike.
It's actually hotter in Vancouver than it is in Baltimore.
Hike.
I guess I want to say warmer. I don't want to use the word hot right now, considering the temperatures aren't that really high yet. We gotta wait till spring for them to come back up. Second and 2 for Minnesota after the touchdown. Throws it deep. Incomplete. There's a flag. It is against the offense for pass interference by Jeffrey Wallace. And it's now 2nd and 12.
Hike.
3rd and 5.
Hike. Set hike.
And we await the punt from Minnesota.
Set hike.
There's a pass. Miller gets the first down for Vancouver. There's a pass. Incomplete.
Set hike.
And Vancouver will kick a field goal after failing to get a first down, and it's 24-14 now.
Hike.
And that's now incomplete.
Hike. Go.
Here's Barrett to Snyder, yep. And it's going to be fourth down, and Vancouver will likely get the ball before this half ends. As Vancouver's shown up for offense today.
Set hike.
Second and 10 for the offense.
The hike.
Intercepted by Bryant from Minnesota. And Minnesota Pride will take over.
The hike.
Here's Barrett, caught by Moore for a first down. Here's Bryant to Brooks for a 7-yard gain. Timeout, Minnesota.
The hike. The hike.
Here's a punt or a kickoff. And Minnesota makes the field goal for a point of 3, and it's now 24-17.
The hike.
And the pass is incomplete, and that will do it for the first half. So far, Vancouver is in the lead by 7 points. Let's see what happens in the second half.
Go.
Here's Hart. Gain of 4 yards.
The hike.
There's gonna be a 3-yard gain here on this play. Andrews throws it, caught by Gilbert for a first down.
Hike.
Here's Andrews. Throws it to Gilbert. And it's a gain of 2 yards on the play. First and 10 for Vancouver.
Go.
Flag on the field is against the Minnesota Pride for a face mask. That's the worst penalty you can get because not even after you've already lost yards, you're losing more yards in addition to the yards you've already lost. It's the only play that really does that kind of damage to you.
Strike. Strike.
Here's Andrews. It's going to be third down.
Hike.
And now Vancouver does not get anywhere, and it's fourth down.
Sit up.
Here's Brooks. Almost breaks free, but the line comes out, and Minnesota will continue.
Hike.
Here's Barrett. Throws it up the middle for a catch, 7-yard gain.
Hike.
Here's Barrett, and he's sacked. And it's a first down for the Minnesota Pride.
Hike.
Here's Neal, and it's a 9-yard gain on the play.
Go.
Here's a pass, and incomplete. Goodwill's defended, or Goodwin has defended the pass. I almost said Goodwill. I'm sorry. I'm not going to try to compare you to a business name. Temperatures in my bedroom right now from the streaming headquarters is stable at 55 degrees Fahrenheit, making it cold in here. It's not something I'm looking forward to, but it's okay. It's better than what it used to be. I've seen this temperature drop to the 40s.
Tonight.
And it's 4th down, and Minnesota will kick another field goal. And the kick is good. First down for Vancouver. Yeah, that's a huge gain from Vancouver by Miller. Martin's returning from his injuries as well. Believe it or not, after Las Vegas's win, that puts them in first place in the AFC for now. As there's still there's still 6 other teams that can potentially pass them that have yet to play. That includes Cleveland, Buffalo, Indianapolis, Denver, Miami, and Cincinnati, and Orlando. Make that 7, actually. As Denver has now been thrown to number 5 after they are no longer a division leader. Here's Andrews, picked off by the Minnesota defense. Henry with the interception. And Cobb is returning from his injuries as well. Here's Barrett. Screens it to Wagner. And he's going to get 8 yards here. Here's a pass. It's incomplete. And here's a pass by Brooks for a first down. 21-yard gain for Minnesota here. Here's Minnesota on 1st and 10. Barrett throws to Snyder. And he's going to get 3 yards here. First down from Minnesota. Minnesota's could potentially tie this game here. Here's Barrett. Caught by Moore for a 3-yard gain. Here's Barrett, caught by Moore again for another 5-yard gain. Here's Neal for a... Ooh, is he again? He is not. And it's 4th down, and Minnesota will kick it away. Or they're going to kick a field goal here. And it's good. It is now 27-23. And for those of you who wondering what happened to Baltimore after the Paladins lost, Baltimore is no longer in playoff range. They are now in 13th. They are 3 playoff spots behind. They are 3 spots behind a playoff spot. And because of that, Kansas City moves in the playoff range. Here's Andrews with a throw, caught by Miller for a 26-yard gain. And here's a 3-yard gain on the play. And it's 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. After a penalty. First and goal from the goal line. They're going to run it and touchdown. Vancouver scores another touchdown to make it 33-23, and Minnesota continues to be in trouble by Vancouver. PAT is good. It hits the crossbar, though. As- Now it's go time. If you're Minnesota, you need 11 points. It's doable if they score a touchdown and then do the 4th and 12 conversion. Which a lot of upcoming Access Football Leagues are waiting to see this feature. We've already seen it a couple of times this season. Including the week one. The biggest example of that is the week 1 game where the Sharks came behind from... Actually, no. It was a preseason game of the San Francisco Sharks. Came back from 21 points behind in the 4th quarter using that. 3rd and 10. It's not looking good for Minnesota here. As Minnesota is currently in 14th in the NFC. Pass is going to be caught. It's 4th down, though. Vancouver's in 11th. So neither team is in playoff range right now, but they are both in the hunt, both hunting to get in. Barrett on 4th down makes the pass to Brooks for a first. And Minnesota will continue. Timeout, Minnesota. Or sorry, no 2-minute warning, Minnesota. Still has the ball, though. Here's Barrett. Passes deep. It's picked off. Now let's see what the flag is. It is against the defense. This one will be called back. Minnesota got lucky on that play. Unlike John Matthews over here, who also throws interceptions. And now he's thrown another one, and this time it will be a turnover. And now Vancouver. Still got to run the ball out. Timeout by Minnesota. It is now 3rd down. Vancouver needs a 1st down, and this game is over. And it is not over yet, as Vancouver will have to punt it away. Minnesota has no timeouts, so this is their last chance if they want to be known. Vancouver's going to use as much time as they can. Minnesota needs to score twice. A turnover ends the game.
Go!
Barrett throws. Caught by Matthews for a first. I expect no huddle offense here. They will. Another pass. Caught by Brooks again. No huddle offense again by Minnesota.
Set hike.
Barrett throws it up the middle. Incomplete. And they will get a chance to rest. They need 11 points to tie it.
Set hike.
Another pass caught. No, it's overthrown. It's third down.
Set hike.
Pass is thrown. Incomplete. It's fourth down. If it's not there, Vancouver wins it. The winner of this game will re-enter playoff range. Intercepted. This is it. And that is game over, folks. The Vancouver Mallards have beaten the Minnesota Pride with a final score of 34-23. Game-winning interception, and Andrews will kneel this one out. And Vancouver will improve to 3-2, and Minnesota will fall to 2-3. What a good game by both teams. I think both of these teams have a good future. It's just that today, Vancouver was the better team. Moving on to our fourth and final game tonight. It's by two teams that have struggled recently, by the way. With the home team, or with the away team being 1-3 with a point differential of -39. And they are also currently in 16th in the AFC. We are talking about the Tennessee Bloodhounds. And their opponent from the home side of the field, they are currently exactly one spot above Tennessee and is in 15th in the league, or 15th in, not 15th in the league, 15th in the AFC. We're talking about the Boston Whalers. As Boston is currently, both of these teams are 1-3, so this will be a battle to see which one's better. All right, I am now going to check the weather in Boston. Oh boy. Do I get another snow game? Yes, we do. It is snowing in Boston, except this time there's some wind to go with it. Wow, I guess Devin's going to have some snow in his area then. I didn't even know it was snowing in Boston already. Wow. All right, welcome to Boston, Massachusetts. And Price is going to get to about the 35-yard line. And let's take a look at the situation for both of these teams. Boston is currently in fourth in the AFC East, with the only team below them being Ottawa, as they're 0-5. As the three teams that are above them is the St. Louis Racers, who in third, who is 2-2 with a point differential of positive 10. The Miami Warriors in second with a 3-1 record. and a point differential of positive 34, and Buffalo, who's in first with the same record but a worse point differential. Only reason Buffalo is ahead of Miami is because Buffalo managed to beat Miami. So that's the situation there. And as for where Tennessee is at, despite their record of 1-3, they are currently in third in the AFC South, with the two teams lower than them being the Calgary Orioles, who is 1-4, and the Houston Bombers, who is 0-4, as of right now. Now, the two teams above them being the Orlando Rockets and the Indianapolis Gladiators, both of them who are 3-1. So it's going to be interesting to figure out who goes to the playoffs and who doesn't. But for now, we're going to wait and see. After Vancouver's win, Vancouver is still going to remain in second in the NFC West with a point differential of positive 21. San Francisco is above them as of right now because they are 3-1 and has one less loss than they do. They will be playing later this week, though. So we will find out ultimately, as Vancouver is now is still in second in the NFC West. Second and 3. Tennessee is currently thinking on what to do next. Here's Cunningham with the throw, and caught by McDaniel for a first. Here's Stone, and he's going to get I got a couple of yards here. And Stone is going to get the first down here. First down, Tennessee. It meant third down. I'm really slow today. What is going on?
to the hut.
First and 10.
Hike.
Cunningham throws up the middle. First down, Tennessee. Both of these two teams are looking for their second win of the season after both of these teams have struggled. Here's Stone. And Tennessee will get a first down.
Go.
And here's a pass. Touchdown, Tennessee. Bloodhounds score first tonight. A franchise that was once considered the league's worst a few years ago.
To the hut.
They're not too much better than they used to be, but they are a little bit better than what they used to be. Here's Pierce from Boston. And it's a first and 10.
Hike.
Here's a catch by Stewart. Second and inches. Marino is injured with a leg injury. He's expected to return now.
Then hike.
Here's Jacobs. Passes up the middle. Caught by Rays for a first down. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. Throws it deep. Incomplete. Tennessee on second and 10 to Romero, and it is third and 10.
Hike.
And Romero is, it's fourth and 3.
Go.
And Sutan with the kick. And Boston's going to put 3 up. 7-3. Here's Tennessee on 1st and 10.
Go. Then hike.
All right. After Minnesota lost by 11, they are now still going to remain in 5th in NFC North,
Then hike.
and they are now 2-3 with a point differential of -8. So if you're a Minnesota Pride fan, it's not looking good for you guys. As Minnesota's got about the same problems Baltimore has right now. So I guess the purple duo's got the bad quarterbacks, which is costing them games. How is that a catch? This guy was being handled by a defender, and he just somehow catched it.
Go.
Jacobs throws. Oh, he's open. Incomplete. That should have been a penalty for playing out of bounds and then coming back in. You can't do that. And that's a catch. That is an incredible catch. Here's Romero. Loss of 2 yards on the play.
Then hike. Go.
Here's Jacobs with a pass intercepted by Tennessee. And the Bloodhounds, Pearson, has intercepted the football. Here's Cunningham to Stone, and it's going to be a loss of 1 on this play.
Go.
Ooh. If you're in Boston, you're looking at frigid temperatures on Thursday night.
Go!
Actually, it might have been Friday night. Yeah, it's going to be... It's going to be 11 degrees Fahrenheit later this week on Friday at around 7:30.
Hike!
There's Romero. It's going to be a loss of 2. It's 3rd and 4. As Boston's got possession right now. Pass is caught by Rays.
Hike!
Here's Romero. It's a gain of 4 on this play. It's a penalty against Tennessee. Going to spot the ball on the 1-yard line. Now, if this game was played in Nashville, there wouldn't be any snow, and it would be cloudy. Pass is incomplete. Could have been intercepted though, and Boston's gonna have to settle for either another field goal or attempt to score. I mean, I would go for it. It's 4th and goal by inches. The kick is good. Bailey's going to get a bunch of yards. They're going to put them at the 36-yard line.
Go!
And it's intercepted by Boston. And the Whalers get another chance to score.
Hike!
Here's a pass incomplete.
Hike!
The city of Boston is
Go!
now officially 400 years old as of this year, which is which is very interesting.
Sit up.
Here's Jacobs on first down or second down. It's now third down.
Hike. Sit up. Hike.
And here's Boston with the field goal after the touchdown. Oh, no good. So it's going to be 6 points for Boston, 7-12.
Hike. Go.
It is now halftime. So far, Boston's in the lead. Here's Bailey.
Hike.
Here's Stone. It's going to be a 6-yard gain on the play.
Sit hike. Then hike. Hike.
And the Tennessee Bloodhounds is one of 3 teams from the sixth region in the United States. Also, they also share the same region as the Coyotes and the Royals. However, Tennessee is behind both of them. And for Boston, well, they're the only team in region number 1.
Then hike. Hike.
There's a flag on the field.
Then hike.
And here's a catch by McDaniel.
Then hike. Go. Then hike.
There's a first down for Boston. Tennessee representing the East South Central region of the United States. gets sacked again. There's a sack from them again.
Go.
Here's the punt to Bailey from Tennessee.
Sit hut. Go.
Here's Stone. It's 3rd and 10.
Go.
Here's a punt. And now Boston's got the ball.
Sit hike.
So on the update on Vancouver, Vancouver is now in playoff range after beating Minnesota. And that also means Detroit is no longer in playoff range.
Sit hut.
It's 2nd and 10.
Sit hut. Sit hike. Hike. Go! Strike! Hike!
And it's going to be a loss. It's 2nd and 19. Both of these teams are battling quite hard in an attempt to flip the script of their season. They're both 1-4. Or sorry, 1-3. The loser of this game will be 1-4 though.
Strike!
Cunningham, incomplete. And Tennessee is going to punt probably. And Boston will get another shot with the football.
Hike! Go!
Here's it, and it's going to be a 19-yard gain on this play.
Sit hut! Go!
Here's Boston. And it's a first down. First and goal for the Boston Whalers.
Sit hut!
Here's Jacobs. He's going to walk in and score. And the Boston Whalers will score another touchdown.
Tonight.
The East South Central region is now within 3 points of Boston right now. Here's a pass to Stewart for a first down.
Tonight.
There's a pass. And there's a flag. It is against Boston. It's against Tennessee, and it's going to be declined. And Boston will retain the ball. And that's a touchdown by the Whalers.
Tonight.
Tennessee is down by 10, so they're quite a pickle here. They need to find a way to get a first down if they want any chance of winning this game. Here's Bailey. They start off by getting a first. However, it is a timeout called by the Bloodhounds.
Tonight.
Pass is caught by McDaniel for another first down.
Tonight.
What? Late ping? What was that ping for? That was yesterday. That was yesterday's football. Don't ever do that again. Prism, or not Prism. Who's responsible for that? Notify me, don't ever do that again. That stream already happened. That happened so long ago. It's third down. Tennessee's out of timeouts, by the way. So if there's a turnover, it's game over. And that is going to be a Tennessee touchdown. But it's not over. Tennessee on the 4th and 12 for a conversion, and that is it. The Boston Whalers will win this game. And just like that, the Boston Whalers will now improve to 2-3, while Tennessee will fall to 1-4. What a game, folks. And what a night it has been in the Ultimate Access Football League. That is the final game of the night. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow around 11 p.m. Eastern for Wednesday night football. But in the meantime, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace!